Hi everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. So, last time we got our little pocket dimension all set up. I just want to show you real quick that we have a whole 2 GFE out of 80 in our energy storage, which I think is hilarious. Um, so I placed the shrinking device here. If you just hit P with Draconic Evolution, you can place items onto the ground. You can do that with like anything. So if we go in here, I finished setting this up. We spawned underneath that energy pipe, which is hilarious. I added one more, which is just the flawless budding quartz. It's kind of musical in here. Ding 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 ding. I think this is all working properly. Is that one gonna go? Is this one working properly? Yes, it is. You can also enchant these annihilation planes to have fortune on them. But we could also just remove some growth accelerators and put advanced ones if we wanted it to actually go faster. So, doesn't really matter. It's not the fastest setup, but it is a free setup. Any of these can just be like grabbed and smelted, and then we have more of the ingots or whatever we need. So not too bad. Just like that. Boom, there's 2 stacks of copper. Yeah, simple stuff like that. Anyway, I have a couple goals which I don't know how hard they are to reach. But I want to go to the Nether. I want to go to the end. And I want some wither skulls. So for the Nether, I assume that the portal works the exact same way. Whoops. Let's get a flint and an iron. Here we go. Some flint and steel. Where do we want to put a portal to the Nether? The Nether is also going to be a skyblock, I'm pretty sure. Let's just put it somewhere out of the way. Like right here. Boom. And here we go. If it ever loads. Oh. 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 Oh, you know, I wasn't expecting that. Well, go to the Nether. That's a lot of blazes. Wither skeletons. Well, that means wither skeleton skulls are actually going to be way easier than I thought. It was kind of hard to see stuff in here though with my shader on. Bye, whoever you are. The Wither Archer that has Super Wither and Diamond Armor. Ouch. You know, I just thought, I don't have keep inventory. I should have just been more careful. Doesn't matter, I can still fly. Okay, let's go get our stuff real quick. Okay, entertaining though. We can... Also though, we're at like World Tier 3, so stuff is a little bit stronger than it normally is. Okay, well that makes wither stuff obtainable. It's just 9 of them makes 1 skull. Yep. Withering Archer's Zircon Breastplate of the Blockade. Looks good. Okay, what does it take to get to the end? I assume you need to make an end cake. Which looks really easy. We need 3 crushed end stone. Okay. 3 crushed end stone. I just... okay. It didn't crush. Did I do something wrong? I'm going to need to, like, actually crush it. There's no crushing machine over here right now. I had moved it. Just gonna borrow your output for a second. That was not what I wanted. Oops. Well, I need a new crusher that can actually just, like, you know, crush stuff like it's supposed to for me. Where did I even move? Oh, right, I moved it downstairs so I could add auto crushing to my list. Right. Sugarcane. End cake. There we go. We'll just plump this end cake right here. What the? Alright, apparently we only get 1 tiny slice of end cake. Is that gonna send us to the end, or do I need to assemble the whole cake? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a waystone. Going to make a couple waystones. We're going to say that this one is main base. We'll put one in the Nether as well. Oh. Computers fans kicked in the high gear. You know, you really gotta load that end. Okay, we'll just end waystone. Put some waystones in our pocket. I don't have a bow or anything now that I think about it. Eh. Yep, that's not gonna work. Well, it looks like the end is still like the end though. I guess let's go on a quest to defeat the Nether Dragon. Do I have any basalt in my computer? I was gonna patch this hole, but I used it as a Game Boy, their personal shrinking device spot. Okay, I guess a couple things. Instead of Wither Skulls right now, we'll work on food, ranged weapon. That way we have a little bit more than potato. What food do we want though? Um, I wish I could just type in food. Can I do something like type saturation? No? Or no? Um, is there a whoops? Advanced tooltip shown? No, it is foods. Well, that's not gonna work. I guess let's just find a food. I don't have any potatoes. Okay, let's see here. Um, crafting potatoes make not very much iron potato. I have found the food we're going to eat. We're going to eat potatoes made of iron. Only because that sounds and looks hilarious. Okay. Blocks of iron recipe. I also want to make the reverse recipe just in case. We're going to throw these in. I need potatoes. If I just swap a couple of these out for potatoes for a little while, this is gonna just instantly fill up with potatoes. We have 34 insanium. That's insane. Neum. Um, these potatoes are not the same as these potatoes. Okay, there's a stack for now. We're just going to say iron potato. I want a stack of these, please. We're missing 11 iron. You know, I didn't really think of the day we were going to be low on iron again. Let's just smelt all this iron. Let's also just take a quick trip over here. How much iron do we have in here? Is this iron? It's quartz. This is iron. Any other things we want while we're here? That's the uranium. We'll take some of that too. There we go. Now we should have plenty of iron to make a stack of potatoes. Eat 4 iron blocks per potato. This is definitely not the best food, but it is a hilarious food. Making blocks to go into my potatoes. This probably needs to stop growing potatoes now. We don't want these because we don't want them to stack. Okay, we'll just keep some potatoes in here in case we want to grow them later. Um, Iron potatoes. Nutritional paste. Culinary generator. That produces a lot of FE. Okay, well, we have food. That was easy. Now a ranged weapon is a completely different story. We don't have enchanting on the table yet. And enchanting's not just going to be as easy as making an enchanter in some books, because we have the mod Apothecary. Which reminds me, we're going to need a ton of paper. Which we're not growing yet. And I don't know the easiest way to automate sugarcane is. I could just like put pistons and a vacuum hopper. I don't know the easiest way. This is becoming a big side quest. Um let's see, for what do we got for gun? We got a reliquary handgun. This is doable, I think. Minigun from Pneumatic Craft is so strong, but getting far enough in Pneumatic Craft to make the minigun is kind of annoying as hell. Me and Pneumatic Craft don't get along very well. Railgun is not super great. And I could just easily, make a bow. But where's the fun in that? I'm gonna make a gun because I think it's hilarious. We need... What bullets do you use for this though? Um, that's that's a good question. I have no idea. I don't see any bullets or ammo. I thought you crafted... Oh, here we go. Magazines. Neutral magazine, gunpowder, blaze, seeker, sand. Do we just make neutral bullets, I guess? Sure. Okay, so we need these, this. What other mob drops do we need? Molten core. Drops from magma cubes. I'm not getting magma cubes, so I don't know if I can get that actually. I don't know if any magma cubes are spawning in the Nether. We can go find out real quick. Let's see, blazes, blazes, withers, pigs, blazes. More withery stuff. Withered rib, crimson iron, warp impact. A spell that teleports me and explodes. It's hilarious, but not useful. Whoops. Wow, this place sucks. That's another dead end. I was kind of hoping for more chests, because maybe we could find one in a chest. Not there. It doesn't really appear to be so. I was also going to type /home, but I don't think we have a /home set. I think instead of iron, we should be able to make these potatoes out of lead. Whoa, it gives me a whole second health bar? Okay, these are super potatoes. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this because I don't have a molten core. Is there any way you get like a magma cube spawn egg? Magma cube fragments. Nope. Well, let's not work on this then. Let's work on... I guess we'll just do a bow so we can kill him right now. Do we want a crossbow or a bow? I guess just a bow. We don't have any string. Now we have 1,000 string. Do we have arrows? Yes, we do. Only like 9,000 of them. Well, let's go kill the end dragon, I think. I don't know why we're killing the end dragon right now, but we are. Also, I just realized we're going back already. We're grabbing glass, stack of these glass bottles, and we're going back. And I got some dragon's breath. I don't know how much dragon's breath we're going to need, but have some. Sorry, dragon, you mean little and nothing to me. And boom. Ow. Let's just grab the rest of this. Ow. Well, super potatoes for the super win. Wow. Okay, well, I was not prepared enough. Just take him down with a regular bow. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Now, I guess next episode we will get into Apotheosis. Apotheosis has enchanting and stuff. Which we will need for fighting more Ender Dragons and the Wither. Just gonna come down here so I can slice you up. Just die, I wanna kill you. I don't have arrows. I wasn't really expecting to use my arrows to attack. Okay, could you stop, Enderman? Jesus. More of a threat than the actual dragon is. Do I still have... I do still have a torch in my inventory. Pick up the dragon egg. We also got a backpack. Wow. The Shadow's temporary tunnel. Wow. That's Garbo. Let's beat the game. Yeah, we beat the game. We're so good. Minecraft. Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna call it here for this episode. We got some dragon scales, we got some more draconium dust we don't need, and a dragon egg. But next time I think we're gonna start on Apotheosis. I really don't want to do that, but Apotheosis is one of my least favorite mods, but while it's in the pack, you have to use it because there's no other way around like enchanting and getting more powerful. Of course, there's like more powerful items you can make and whatnot, but nothing comes in comparison to the apotheosis stuff. So yeah, we're going to have to. It's whatever. I knew this day was gonna come. Anyway, take it easy, guys, and until next time. Bye.